welcome to Bridesmaid Fit Podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer DiDonato, and this is episode number 21. Bridesmaid Fit is Metro Detroit's only in-home personal training service for brides-to-be, and Bridesmaid Fit Podcast is your source for health and fitness information and entertainment. Thanks so much for joining us today. This episode is called The Truth About Abs. And I just want to thank all of you out there for sending me emails and comments, because this episode is inspired by you, like the other ones we've had in the past. But we're starting to get a lot more questions about things. So this episode, a lot of you can relate to, because who doesn't want great abs? So I got a comment on one of the videos from Dragon Rider. He's from the United States. He's 20 years old, and he writes, Jenny, I have this really annoying small flab at the bottom of my stomach. I have a 4-pack, but can't seem to get a 6-pack under my small flab. Do you have any tips or methods on how to burn that fat off? And now, Dragon Rider, that is such a good question, because everyone has that problem with this area right here. But the truth about your abdominals is that there's no really such thing as upper and lower abs. There's just that that assumption that there is, because that's where we keep a lot of our excess fat, is right in this region. That's where you get that inner tube that some of us have. So no such thing as upper and lower, but what there are different muscle groups. I'm going to tell you about them right now. One is the rectus abdominis. The rectus abdominis is what gives you that 6-pack or 4-pack or 8-pack, if you're one of the lucky ones. Runs right down the center, and it goes pretty much from your sternum all the way along the side of your ribs. And so in that area, you probably are conditioned, but that fat over it just needs to be burned. We'll get to that in just a moment on how to burn it. The other muscle groups we have are the external and internal obliques, which are along the side. The externals are more on the outside. Internal are right underneath, and those are with twisting motions you can condition them with, which I'll show you as well. And then another muscle group, which is part of the abdominal category, would be the transversus abdominis. And now the transversus abdominis is a muscle that pretty much acts as a girdle. It sucks us in, so if it's conditioned, that's what gives us, helps us with good posture and keeps the stomach in, looking flat versus protruding outward. So if your stomach is protruding, you may need to condition this muscle. So Dragon Rider, listen up. We're going to start first with an exercise that's going to work our abdominals, rectus abdominis, and this is the jackknife crunch. So we're going to get down on the floor, and this muscle, this exercise is great for these muscles, because you're working the entire range of motion of the rectus abdominis, because you are using the legs along with your torso. Let me just take my mic pack off real quick. Okay, so you're going to be laying on the ground flat. Have your arms above your head, and I want you to lift your legs and your torso at the same time, exhaling in the center. Control on the way down. See how my legs are not touching the ground? You can touch the ground if you're not as conditioned, if you're not used to this movement. Just go ahead and touch the ground with your feet. Bring them back up. Go as high as you can. Now with these, I want you to do these jackknife crunches every other day, 3 sets of 10 to 15. The more the better, though. So that is going to be exercising the muscles right along here and helping you be conditioned to get the 6-pack abs that you want. Now for the external obliques, these are the muscles that are along the side of the rectus abdominis, right in through here. We need to do twisting motions to target these muscles, because going straight up and down against gravity, it's still working those muscles, but it's not targeting them, isolating them specifically to tone them. So this is called bicycle crunches, or just bicycles, and these are a killer in a boot camp class, because you can just make people do them for 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever, but these are really killer because it's a constant endurance movement. So you're going to sit up just like this. You're going to bring your hands behind your head, and you're going to bring the opposite knee to the opposite elbow, just like that. And I want you to keep alternating, so you're staying in the air. And just touch your head lightly. Bring those elbows in, and exhale on each twist. And really get a deep twist in here, because this way, boom, you're targeting side to side. I want you to do these 20 on each side, and you'll definitely feel it also in the hip flexors as well. So you are just definitely targeting and toning all the muscles in the core. Now for our last movement, which is going to target the transversus abdominis, which is, like I said, that muscle that acts as a girdle in your stomach. This, what we're going to do is called a stability ball prone pike. I'm going to grab my stability ball right here. Okay. Now with these, they're just maybe about like 10 or 15 bucks. You can get them at any store. You can even get them like at a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx. That's where I got mine. But what I want you to do is grab these, and we're going to go on our hands to do this movement. It's not so much a full crunch. You'll see in just a moment. I want you to bring the ball on your shins. Bring your hands in the push-up position, like so. Bring it all the way up in your shins, just like this. And all I want you to do is suck in your stomach, but keep your legs straight. So you're almost going to bend like a jackknife, like we were doing earlier. Up and back down. So the only thing that's pulling your torso up is your torso. You're contracting that muscle right in there. Like you want to almost like squeeze your belly button to your spine. This is the type of movement I want you to feel. I want you to picture yourself just squeezing that belly button to the spine. I want you to give me 3 sets of 12 to 10. It's not very attractive. Give me 3 sets of 10 to 12 of that movement, and you're going to feel that you're getting really fatigued as you're doing it. And you may not feel like you're working a huge muscle, but you're working it deep inside there, which is going to help flatten your stomach. Now, like I said earlier, Dragon Rider, that you can't just get those flat abs from just these exercises alone, but they will sculpt your abs. But what I want you to do too is also make sure that you're doing your cardio, and also make sure that you are watching your nutrition. Nutrition, like I say before, is like 75 to 80% of, it determines whether your program is going to be successful or not. Because we know that refined sugars and carbohydrates and in candy or sugar or anything is going to pack on the fat, and it's going to be stored in this region. And like I said, it's just a survival mechanism of our body. We're just conditioned and prone to store it there. I don't know why. Someone messed up. I don't know why, but that's where we store it. So in order to control that, I want you to keep up with your cardio and watch your nutrition and keep a food log. I want you to maybe for 2 weeks, just log what you're eating and see how much you're eating of the carbohydrates, maybe track it in grams, and of sugar, because that will definitely contribute to your stomach. So try that, Dragon Rider, for about 2 weeks, log it, and just fix your food log as you go along and make some changes and see over that 2-week span if it helps you or not and if you're seeing those results. So I want to thank you so much for writing in. And once again, I want to thank all of you out there who have been giving the comments. If you want us to answer any of your questions on our show, I just want you to email me at jenny@bridesmaidfit.com and give me your name and give me where you're from, and just ask whatever that is fitness or health related, or even weddings as well, because we are definitely Bridesmaid Fit, so we also deal with that. So I really want to hear from you. I really appreciate it, you guys. You guys are awesome. I have the best fans out there, so thank you so much. You can catch Bridesmaid Fit podcast anywhere online. Just Google it, and we are there. And also on www.bridesmaidfit.com, and we're on the blog. And also sign up for our forum. We want you to sign up because we want to give you some free stuff. It's for all the people who are sending us these comments and sending us questions and are watching the show. So we want to know what you want. You want wristbands, you want water bottle, you want a t-shirt. We have a vote set up on our forum. Just sign up and click on any one of those, and it's right there. It's called free stuff, and we want to give it to you, but we can't give it away yet because we don't know what you want. So tell us, okay? So thanks so much for joining us, and Dragon Rider, thanks again for the question, and I will see you next time on Bridesmaid Fit. Now get to crunching. Let's go. Yeah. Oh. Good. Yeah, see? No one's perfect. I got a little pooch too. I make it talk.